As the frozen dawn of January 1944 broke over the plains south of Leningrad, Soviet commanders prepared to unleash a plan nearly 900 days in the making. Their goal: to finally break the German stranglehold on the city. Before sunrise, a deafening roar echoed across the front as thousands of Soviet artillery pieces opened fire. This massive bombardment, from both the Oranienbaum and Leningrad fronts, tore into German fortifications that had stood firm for years. Explosions ripped through trenches and bunkers, shaking the very earth. Through the smoke and falling snow, Red Army infantry surged forward. Their breath froze in the bitter air as they crossed snow-choked fields, charging directly into the storm of German counterfire. Machine guns raked their lines, and Panther tanks and Stu-G assault guns maneuvered to halt the advance. But the Soviets were relentless. The Second Shock Army pushed through deadly minefields and tangled barbed wire, their soldiers using flamethrowers and grenades to clear out German strongpoints near Krasnoye Selo. The fighting descended into brutal close-quarters combat. Soviet riflemen stormed trench networks, overwhelming exhausted German defenders who fought desperately but were weakened by months of attrition and freezing conditions. Meanwhile, the Soviet 42nd Army broke through German positions to the west, sending T-34 tanks rumbling across the snow to cut off key supply routes. The German Army Group North tried to regroup, but their lines were collapsing. On January 19th, a critical breakthrough occurred. Soviet armor and infantry captured the strategic town of Krasnoye Selo, forcing the Germans into a full-scale retreat toward the Narva line. With the enemy on the run, Soviet forces pushed deeper, liberating village after village buried under ice and rubble. Finally, on January 27th, the Red Army had driven the Germans so far back that the siege was officially declared over. For nearly 2.5 years, Leningrad had been starved, shelled, and frozen. Now it was free. Survivors, thin and frostbitten, but unbroken, emerged from their shelters. They watched as Soviet soldiers marched through shattered streets, the sound of distant artillery finally fading. That night, fireworks and gun salutes lit up the sky over the ruined city in a moment of defiant celebration. Soldiers and civilians alike wept with relief. The blockade, which had claimed over 1 million lives, was finally over, marking a major turning point on the Eastern Front, and a testament to the incredible endurance of a city that refused to fall,